Hi guys, for my anniversary of having a PC, 10th of August, I came up with the idea to make a tutorial series on Skibidi Toilet. First of all, launch SFM. It'll take 2 minutes max to open. Even though I might have low hours on SFM, I gained enough knowledge to make my own tutorial.
Meanwhile, this is how to get Skibidi Toilet models.
Click on Workshop. This is where all of the models in SFM, Skibidi, or non-Skibidi related are. Now, if you want a large cameraman model, there'll be several models of it. Choose the one you'd prefer. Most Skibidi toilet models contain body groups and skins, which allows you to customize your model as how you'd like. Here, you create your session. Sometimes I name it test or just session. Really depends on you. When you're satisfied with the options, click Create. Boom! You just made a session. Now, here are the fun parts. See this huge black box with red text? This is the viewport. This will make your animation visible or even alive. Right-click in the center of the viewport and choose a map you'd like. Since I have experience in SFM, I have over 100 maps that aren't Team Fortress 2 maps that were built in your SFM. There, the map loaded in. Now, you know how to get models, know how to load a map. Now, it's time for you to know how to make a scene build. Scene builds are, for example, imagine you load a map and do your animation without a scene build. It wouldn't look as good and professional. What I mean by this is, scene builds are, for example, debris, cars, empty toilets, destroyed buildings, and particles like the environment of the animation. Can't explain it easier. I'm gonna do a time lapse of this. Follow my steps if you'd like. SFM already has loads of models which are good for Skibidi toilet-based scene builds, such as debris and destroyed buildings. Finally, the scene build is finished. As you can see, it looks better than just a plain map. Now, if you want to make a POV, without a cameraman body, saves time, sure, do it. But if you want the cameraman doing thumbs up and showing their hands throughout the video, you'd have to follow my steps now. What you will need is a model for your choice to make the POV, and a camera to do the video. Watch my steps. Add the models you'd like to animate. There, you made a POV now. Last 2 steps before I wrap this up is, of course, the animation and exporting. So, there is Graph and Motion Editor. I've used Graph Editor for about 5 months. but motion was way better and easier. Of course, you'd need Graph Editor to make lip sync. It's really your choice, but I'm going with motion for today, as almost every pro uses it. So basically, when you want the middle of a movement to happen, press Shift in your keyboard and go to that timeline. Now do a movement you'd like in that timeline. Use Shift again, but the green or orange block surrounding it. Click on Shift and use the scroll wheel to make an easing effect instead of teleport. Now use round 1 time, stagger 3 to 8 times, and smooth 3 times all to the max. That's my steps. And boom. Once you're satisfied, click on File, put your mouse in Export, then click Movie. Then this is where your animation and info about it would go. Tweak some things if you'd like. When you're ready, hit Export Movie.